Now, I checked last week's All Elite Wrestling Dynamite's TV ratings, right? And man, they were the lowest of the year. Over 700K. And listen, man, we need to talk about this in terms of we have to look at Tony Khan Man's pillars, man. These shows are built around the pillars, right? That storyline. But ever since they focused on the pillar storyline, I'm telling you, these ratings has gone down and down and down. Nobody cares about this pillar storyline. The ratings, they reflect that. And you can't make the excuse of, oh, what about the playoffs? I'm like, look, man, there's not a lot of wrestling fans that know about basketball, so don't use that excuse. And second, it's like that main event last week, it drew over 600K. I heard it was over 690,000 watched that main event of a tag match with all four pillars. What does that tell you, Tony Khan? It's like there's something you are doing wrong. These guys should not be your future. Only people that should be your future are Darby and Max. But based on ratings, it says that people are tired of you forcing this storyline, forcing these guys as your face of your brand. And it's like, that's not good because it looks like you are playing favoritism. You got four guys that don't crack 6 feet. You are trying to tell the world these are your main four top guys for your current future for your brand. Listen, on that same show, I think Hobbs was on that show, and Hobbs got jobbed out. I think it was in a battle royal, maybe, I think. But the point is, every time the show is built around those four pillars, the show don't draw nothing. Nobody is watching, which leads me to believe Max is not a draw. Nobody cares about this storyline. It's driving away viewers. It just goes to show you Tony Khan does not know what a wrestler is supposed to look like. You got four guys who are, 5'10" and under? You got four guys, right? You are building your show around those four guys when you have Wardlow, Hobbs, you got Big Cass, you got guys who can possibly draw money if booked right. It's like, you can't convince a casual to care about four small dudes. And yes, okay, Max has muscle, right? Okay, I will give him that. He has muscle, but he is short. And when he wears a suit, that suit don't do him any favors because that suit hides his physique. So he looks very interchangeable with those other three short guys. That's not good, right? Like I said, like this storyline is driving away viewers. Like, bro, you gotta rethink this whole pillars narrative. He needs to rebrand that name. It's like, bro, your pillar should be Hobbs, Wardlow, Darby, and Max. But let's add to that Orange Cassidy. Now, I have praised Cassidy in the past, but I would say his current push is a little bit too much, man. I think that is also driving away viewers because people know the outcome of all his matches. They see a skinny guy in some damn jeans beating bigger guys. Okay, to me, that sounds like a trend on that show where these small guys are beating big guys. When you do that with multiple guys, that crap becomes less special. Each week, Cassidy is becoming more boring and less special. Cassidy, he's boring now. He is, to me, I feel like he has fallen off. It's like people don't respond to him as they once did. because we are seeing too much of them. I see it's like with him, less is more. More is not good. We shouldn't see him all that often because now he's no longer special. He's just another guy on the roster with a weird gimmick that has been played out for the past 4 years. What I don't like is Cassidy has not evolved in terms of, bruh, why do you have the same outfit? The same beat up blue jeans, you get the same outfit, bro. Same outfit. It's been 4 years, man. You can't get a different colored outfit. It's like, man, you have to reinvent yourself. I feel like the Orange Cassidy gimmick is a running joke that's no longer funny and is no longer over. Look, I usually praise guys, right? But I usually praise them when they have evolved. Cassidy has not evolved. He's the same dude. Nothing has changed about this guy. It's like, okay, he's beating big guys, kind of trying to convince us to take him seriously. It's like, bro, we have to take those other 4 pillars seriously. They are no bigger than Orange Cassidy. It's like, why are you forcing all these small guys as top guys? And you wonder why your TV ratings are down. Look, I'm not trying to body shame. I'm trying to help draw you money. This is fake wrestling. We don't want to watch people who look like the average man walking on the street. We want to watch larger than life athletes who don't look like the average man. Wardlow should be a world champion. Hobbs should be a top guy main eventer. Why is Hobbs a joke now? It's like now I can't see Hobbs as a main eventer now. Whose fault is that? You're too busy pushing Orange Cassidy. It's like, what world do we live in when Orange Cassidy is booked like Roman Reigns, literally over Wardlow? It's like, I don't get it. Who killed the momentum of Wardlow? Was it Wardlow or Tony Khan? It was Tony Khan. But he has never killed the momentum of those 4 pillars, or 5 pillars if you add OC. It's like he has a weird hard-on for small guys. It's like he doesn't respect big guys. I don't get it. What's so special about Jack Perry? It's like he might be the most boringest wrestler in the business right now. But yet, we are forced to take him seriously as a top guy in the main event. And you wonder why Dynamite has 690K people watching that main event. Dude, you have to go back to the damn drawing board. You gotta read the room. It's like your numbers are going down based on the people you are building around. It's like if this was Vince McMahon, he would have a focus group meeting. Who gets the best reactions? That's Darby and Max. Okay, by that logic, you have to take out Sammy G and Jack Perry out of this equation. This match should be Darby and Max, not a 4-way match with 2 other guys that nobody cares about. It's like, okay, this is forced. When you force something, you get bad results. These numbers prove that. And no, you can't blame the playoffs because I watched the playoffs. And these playoffs ain't that great to a point where we can't switch channels. People can switch channels. Nobody is switching channels. Once I heard that there was going to be a freaking main event with the 4 pillars, I didn't watch. And dude, I didn't watch. So by that logic, what made you think other people are watching that main event with 4 small guys? 4 small cruiserweights that we got to take seriously as top guys when you have buried Wardlow and Will Hobbs. Those two guys should be your pillars. I don't get it. Why do you like tiny men? It's like, why is Orange Cassidy the biggest push guy on your roster? Let that sink in for just a second. Out of all the guys, he's on a huge winning streak. Huge winning streak. He is their Roman Reigns. Let that sink in for just 1 second. That's their Roman Reigns. And you wonder why your numbers are going down every week. It's like he needs to pull the plug on some of these pushes. It's like you got Hook. It's like you can't keep pushing all these small men. It's like, why is that your agenda? It's like, man, you have to push Hook. You gotta push Jack. You gotta push Sammy G. You gotta push OC. What do these guys have in common? All these guys are small, tiny men. It's like, wow. Make that make sense. There's no way in hell Vince or Triple H or Shawn Michaels would push multiple small men as his pillars for his brand. Never. That's stupid. You have to have some variety. There's nobody that we relate to from those 4 pillars. Dog, it's forced. Jack Perry is not over. He is a theme song. He's not over. Sammy is hanging on based on Chris Jericho. In fact, I think Sammy G sucks by himself. He proved it. He sucks by himself. He needs somebody to latch on to, like a Max, like a Chris Jericho. He sucks by himself. It's like, this is forced. These pillars are driving away viewers. But I wouldn't blame Max and Darby. I would blame Sammy G and Jack Perry for bringing those 2 guys down with them. Dude, Jack Perry is a charisma vacuum cleaner. And he is sucking the life out of the room every time he's on TV. And it's bringing Darby down. It's bringing Max. Max looks like a joke champion being in this pillar storyline. He has really taken a back seat to Dominic. And it's all Tony Khan's fault, forcing this pillar agenda. It's an agenda. It's like Vince had 4 pillars: Brock, Cena, Dave, and Orton. Those were his 4 pillars. Well, that aged well, didn't it? Those guys were draws, main eventers, WrestleMania main eventers. Because those guys had the it factor. Nobody has the it factor out of these 4 guys besides Max and Darby. So hence why these numbers are going down every week. But Khan why does he book like a mark? He books like a Twitter user. It's like, bro, nobody wants to see these small men being forced on us. This is forced. Cassidy is forced. But why aren't you forcing Wardlow on us? Why aren't you forcing Will Hobbs? It's like, where is Miro? Why is Big Cass a giant jobber? So I'm saying, like, that's a weird, eerie trend. That Khan is trying to hold down all these big guys that can possibly draw him some money. That's it, I'm done.